wrong button. There we go. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, and tonight should be the finale of Descent into Avernus. That's right. I know it says episode 14, but that is the back half of this campaign, as we started this campaign with normal characters and did all that, and then once we got to Elturel, we switched to Kobolds. So now we are the Brady Bunch, and we are 4 wonderful Kobolds and a non-Kobold, a bugbear, if you will. So with that, we're going to go around and let everyone introduce themselves, their characters. If they want to promote their websites or social media, they can do that as well. And we will then jump into the game after a short little recap. We are going to start with Randall, since he's at the top and wearing the ugliest shirt on this cast.
Go green, baby. Hi, everyone. I'm Randall Hampton. I'm the author and illustrator of the Little Gamemaster series of children's books and creator of Little Gamemasters, a new TTRPG built for kids ages 5 and up. If you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, you can find it on my website, randallhamptonart.com. If you want to follow me anywhere on the social media, it's basically at Randall_Hampton or at Randall Hampton, Twitter, Instagram, any of that, or X or whatever the hell Twitter is now. But yeah, tonight I will be playing as Tabisa, a rogue fighter who likes the shiny, shiny things.
I love it. I love it. And just because he has bad taste in football teams and basketball teams,
basketball teams, now you can't say that about basketball.
It's you know, it's still ugly uniforms.
Say goodbye to Juwan Howard.
He still is pretty talented and has a pretty cool series of books coming out. So go check him out. Next up, we will go over to my friend Peter, also known as BN Drake.
Okay, I will be playing Gonzo Muckraker, the bugbear. And as you can see, they are wearing their Michigan attire. We truly are in hell tonight. So dress for the occasion. I'm currently at 87 subscribers on BN Drake YouTube. I'd like to get to 100. I don't know what you'll get if you are the 100th subscriber. Maybe some socks or something, and Juice would get that reference. So I'm ready.
I love it. I love it. Hey, by the way, we did give your Patriots a pretty darn good quarterback for a while. You got to give us something there. And you got some other good players from Michigan, too. Next up is Harold, also known as Blackthorns Apothecary on TikTok.
So you can find me on TikTok, Blackthorns Apothecary. All of the D&D things. I actually have to post some videos today when we're done here. And I was playing Razarak the Reaper, but I'm the Reaper no longer. I am now Razarak the Exalted, because I found a shiny sword and it did things.
The Exalted one. I love it. All right, next up is the poor soul that has to put up with me on the daily over here, and they absolutely love it, though, I'm sure. Paula.
Great time every day. Tonight I am playing Arkhan, who is a warlock sorcerer, who essentially enjoys lighting things on fire and running away from the things that are trying to kill us.
You would think that having a fire spellcaster in hell would be a bad idea, but she knows how to bypass that because of, D&D5e abilities. Yeah. And last, but certainly not least, our good old buddy, Bill Allan from Bill Allan World.
Hello, everybody. I am Bill Allan. I make lots of gaming content on my YouTube channel. And I just want to say that as dumb as I originally thought this idea was going to be to play Kobolds in Hell, it has been a total blast. We have made huge mistakes, but also had awesome victories, which is exactly what a good gaming experience should be all about. So I'm looking forward to completing this epic campaign, but I'm also going to miss my dumb Ufa, who is a kobold rogue of great ability, but not so wise or intelligent.
I love it. Honestly, I knew playing all kobolds was going to be great. I don't remember. Somebody threw money at us to play all kobolds, which was fantastic because it wouldn't have happened otherwise. But the fact that everybody was a similar theme, I think, made it better. I think the fact that everyone really dove into it also made it pretty great. So I absolutely love that. Paula, what was it I said I was going to ask everybody? I forgot. There was a question.
Oh, so we were going to try and figure out, because so I started in the original group that we had, but then everybody else came in at different points, and we were trying to figure out when everybody else started and joined the group. Because I think Bill started at, you
Elturel
started
somewhere.
with, yeah. And then I think it was Randall.
Yeah, I came in when we started just before we started climbing the chains down.
So you
And
came
then
in as we were
Harold.
kobolds already.
No, I came. Yeah,
Yes.
And then it was
Maybe.
Harold.
That was your
and then
first
it was
character, I
Peter.
think.
yeah. I've
Bill
always been a
played before we were kobolds, though.
Okay, yeah, I've always been a kobold.
Okay. And
I've
then
only ever
Harold
been a
came in the last.
Mhm.
Peter came, or no, Peter.
Peter
Which
came
one
in
of you
last.
two?
Peter came in last.
Peter came in last.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you guys remember the first session you guys came in at?
There were lots of wasps. Insane.
Oh, you were in the hive. It was the hive thing.
Mhm.
I remember looting. It was Nate's old character. I remember looting Nate's old character's body
Oh, at like the mausoleum or something.
at the mausoleum. Yeah, we were up there, and his old body was lying on the floor. And I walked over and I just started picking his pocket, and Nate's just kind of like,
Yep.
and you literally just looked to him and says, "Well, what do you have in your pocket?"
right. Yep. The original cast that played was Nate from WSD20, Paula from Awkwardly Nerdy, Jake from Mini Terrain Domain, and is that it? Jake, Nate,
Luke.
oh, and Luke from the DM Lair. How did I forget him? He played a lot of Paladin early on, pretty much like a cop, and then he played a pretty funny kobold. I think he was playing his Gary kobold that he used on his channel.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he went through a couple characters.
Yes, he did. You
know?
Until he hit that paladin. That one paladin was hard to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have, but that would just be intentionally trying to take a character out. So, yeah, this campaign has had some really, really awesome characters so far, and I've really enjoyed that. I will say I've fumbled a bit throughout the campaign, but I've had a lot of fun running it, and I've had a lot of memorable moments from this campaign. So, absolutely love that. But yeah.
Now's when Juice is going to play the montage of all of his favorite scenes, clipped and put together.
I should have made that. I really should have went back and done that. Or played it to end the stream tonight. Like, all right, guys, and now some of our favorite moments.
The highlight reel.
And then all it is characters dying.
Oh my gosh. Well, we could have started out the first session, remember?
Oh, yeah, you.
I died the first session.
That was your fault.
The first battle, the second round. Like,
Ooh.
Who, first level as a spellcaster, runs into the middle of
no, I was a barbarian.
Attacking.
No, I was a barbarian.
No, you weren't.
And everybody was.
Because you had that you tried your cloud of daggers.
You
You were not a barbarian. Nope, this is not the campaign. You were the barbarian. I think you were either a bard. I think you were a bard.
Yikes.
No,
Okay, you can fight
Yeah,
over this
because you
pillow
had the
talk
blue,
later.
the miniature with the blue, and then the.
no, because the character I made after that was the bard. Okay, let's play the game.
I don't know. You
You
either
know
way,
what's going on.
that character's still dead.
No, actually, she was the only one who survived. Technically, she lived the whole time.
Not the.
This is
I'm
getting
talking about the
spicy.
one who died at the bar.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about the bard. You were talking about the bard.
I don't know. You had clouded daggers though, because that's what you were trying to do, and it didn't work. It
The
did
bard
like 4 damage.
also had that. No. Okay, just start the game.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do a YouTube video just to show you how wrong Paula is
Screw
this week.
you.
Just like the one time that I
this
caught
is the
Bill,
worst idea.
not this Bill, Roll Stats Bill. Roll Stats Bill
It's the
was like,
worst
oh,
idea.
D&D
Paula,
spells,
Paula,
blah,
I'm
blah,
on your
blah.
side.
They're no good. And then he did a spell. What was it? Chromatic Orb or something? And then he was raving about it when we were on break. And so I turned the mic on so I could get him talking about how great that spell was. And I made a video just about it. I'm going to do the same thing to Paula.
No.
Paula,
See, the
Paula,
thing
I'm
is
on
though,
your
is
side.
yeah, there's no way this can work out well for you. Like, there's no outcome
Oh no, it already
that
is.
makes it work out
It's going to
well.
be fantastic at about the
Yikes.
11:30 mark of this video.
Yikes.
Yeah.
This
So
is
no
trouble.
problem. It's going to be awesome. It's
don't
going to
do
be fun.
Do it. Don't do it. Back out.
Oh,
Back out
and
now.
I forgot.
Put the
Liquid
shovel
Death.
down, Juice.
Liquid Death, by the way. Still looking for that promotion,
Back.
that sponsorship. So, you know.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. So with that, you guys had decided last time you were heading to Elturel to try and free it because you had the adamantine rods. You were going to try and free it before you tried to go find Zariel's fortress and take her out. So yes, with that, as you journey towards Elturel, the oppressive crimson sky of Avernus casts an eerie glow on the barren landscape. On the horizon, you spot the ominous silhouette of Zariel's flying fortress, its jagged spires and infernal banners billowing in the hellish winds. The distant rumble of thunder echoes through the desolation as you realize that the final confrontation with the Archduchess is imminent. Demons and devils of varying sizes wage war upon each other underneath and around Elturel in a gruesome conflict. All of this seemingly miles away from the Kobolds of Elturel as they are blasting through this wasteland in their infernal war machine. By the way, who's driving?
I don't know. I can't drive it anymore, and I'm
Yeah,
kind
you
of
fly
sad.
now. You fly now.
I'm flying next to it. I can't hear anything.
Absolutely not driving.
I'll drive it. I'll try driving.
Just
Okay.
I'll try driving. Wait. Do we need 2 kobolds to drive?
No, I think just-
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
you need
think-
someone pushing the pedal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think me and Ufa should be driving. And just Gonzo just like sitting out back, just like reclining back by the
Or just Gonzo could drive. He's tall enough.
Gonzo is tall enough to drive on his own.
He would drive slow though. Calculated risk, you know.
You gotta stay within the speed limit.
So basically what you guys see is you see Elturel in the distance. It actually appears much lower, further down towards the river Styx, like it's been pulled down. And in fact, it probably looks like, you know, maybe even within a few hours, it could be starting to touch the river Styx. Underneath it, in between 2 parts of the river Styx, you see this massive battle taking place between demons and devils of varying sizes. Again, it's still really far away. And then off on the horizon, you also see the massive flying fortress that is so loud you can hear it even though it is appearing, you know, probably miles away. So, take it away. What are you guys doing as you drive there?
So wait, so we have the rods that we need to. What do the rods do? What do the rods do again?
So you had found out from Belle that they
Okay.
can open the companion, which
we have
then
to
would
open it
free
to let
Elturel.
it. Yeah.
But to get up there
Right.
right now, the only way, unless you can fly, is to climb the chains to get up.
Again, we did.
And it hurts. It's hot.
Yeah, we came down off the chains. It wasn't
Correct.
good.
Correct.
It was bad. That was a bad situation.
And Lulu's been telling you guys how you need to redeem Zariel this whole time.
We need to redeem Zariel.
Yes.
That
Help her
feels
shake her devilish ways.
it feels like that's gonna be really hard.
Especially since
Just saying.
Razarak's using the sword now.
That's
What
true.
does the sword want me to do? Because
Ooh.
it talks to me.
It
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
How does the sword feel about that?
Okay. So in this trip out here, the sword has been speaking to you, and it's saying things like, "I am the essence of Zariel. of what good remains of her. We can redeem her.
Is there a way how we do it?
Could you be more specific?
Give me to Zariel and I can change her. I can fight through what she is dealing with.
What about all the people in Elturel?
We have the rods, you said. We can free Elturel. And Zariel, if we can get through to her with this sword in hand, we can break the chains and return Elturel to the material plane.
I will just reiterate for everyone else what the sword is saying to me.
It tells you in and of itself there's no way to return Elturel to the material plane without some sort of divine abilities.
Which doesn't Resurrect have now?
Do you have plane shift?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Oh.
If I was still a wizard, maybe. But
Okay.
Zariel might be able to remove the curse that was on you, Resurrect.
Ooh.
I'm lawful good now. Ah. Oh, we should help the people first.
But
You do notice the fortress seems to be going towards Elturel.
All right, what else you
It
guys
looks like
wanna
it
do?
might even arrive before you get there.
okay. Well, then we have until we get there to kind of decide if we go up straight to the city or if we go to the fortress first.
So the fortress is going to get to the city before we get to the city.
Looks like it, yes.
Kind of.
It's much faster than you guys.
Point of
Maybe.
clarification: what's the scale of these rods?
I think we decided they were not that big. They were
Okay, so like
one
like
person can hold all 9.
okay,
The problem is the companion's really large, and so you have to put them in 9 different spots.
right. So do we want to split up the rods? So there's 5 of us. Do we want to do like 2, 2, 2, 1?
Well, I mean, depending on the placement of like where the rod's going, how big things like the companions are.
Yeah.
I
mean-
could probably put the rods in, but that would leave like the rest of you holding off whatever would be trying to stop us.
True.
True. I was just thinking, like, is it the kind of thing where we don't want one person holding the rods and then that person gets killed and then
That
we
is
don't have the
true.
rods?
I don't think we know anything yet because we don't know size wise, we don't know location wise, any of that, and we don't know what's going to be standing between us and it. So I think going in, we stick close, and then on a minute, a second's notice, we can disperse if we need to.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like, because if we wanted to split the party, which sounds like a great idea to do in hell.
Oh, absolutely.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? But I mean, like, if for example we wanted to like stealth into a certain region to do things that kind of like sneak in past things, like Ufa and Tabisa would be much better at that, and being able to sneak in and maybe put rods in, that kind of thing. And maybe at that point, I don't know. I think we got to see what we're looking at before we kind of decide anything. But I think all options are on the table right now.
Okay.
Gonzo, can you please help us mitigate risk and find the best possible option?
We're in hell. It's all risky.
It's fair.
Walking like a true lawyer.
I like how Razarak, even though he has like changed into this majestic being, still sounds the same.
I love it. No,
so
it absolutely has to.
I was gonna change the voice, and I'm just like, yeah, he's flying, probably a hawk up like an acidic loogie, and his voice is deeper, kind of more dragon-like. I'm keeping the voice because it's funny.
I like
Love it. Love it.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are blasting your way there, you notice that the fortress arrives. As it pulls up near Elturel, it starts lowering itself towards the ground where the battle is taking place. You see demons and devils kind of make way for this landing. The ones that didn't get destroyed by hot fire that just blasts them out. Upon landing, the massive iron doors of Zariel's flying fortress swing open, and she strides forth, a formidable figure clad in corrupted angelic armor. Her wings, once radiant, now bear a sinister crimson hue, and her eyes blaze with a mix of anger and sorrow. You guys, wielding her sword and the adamantine rods of Elturel, continue to approach the battlefield. Elturel hangs above you, and the river Styx. The iron spikes that anchor the city have dragged it nearly to the river's banks. Within a few hours, Elturel will sink into the Styx. Hordes of distant demons fly around the city like gnats, and a battle rages fiercely beneath it. Thousands of fiends clash in Elturel's shadow, and at their center stands a being wreathed in flame, striking down demons with tireless fury. Lulu points at the figure with her trunk and whispers, "That's her! Zariel stands exactly where she always does, where the fighting is fiercest." Zariel engages in this battle, and out of nowhere, a Balor comes flying in, attacking with its whip and sword. They begin trading blows back and forth, until finally Zariel delivers the final blow to the Balor. It explodes in a massive fireball, taking out some demons and devils around. Zariel's voice, a blend of celestial and infernal, echoes through the desolation as she presents a chilling ultimatum. And you guys can hear in the distance the sound of her saying, "Demons, kneel before me, or suffer the ultimate fate, where your souls are lost forever." You guys are practically on the edge of where the battlefield lies. What would you like to do?
Is it bad that I kind of want to like just push forward and just run over as many demons and devils as I can on the way? Just like
I kind of want to do the same thing, but that would probably be a terrible idea.
Oh, it's a horrible idea.
There
I still want to do it.
There again, so these are demons, and every demon and devil you can think of in Dungeons and Dragons, all those types are here. Now, not the named ones necessarily, but everything from tiny ones to large ones litter the battlefield just fighting each other. And there's a big open area around Zariel at this point of almost 500 feet where there's nothing. Because it's all cleared
So we
out.
just need to get through all the demons and devils and then the 500 feet of nothing, and then we can go after Zariel, you guys. Like, just...
Does our vehicle have a horn?
That's a
we
great
should have
question.
installed one of those, like, those train things, at the front.
Oh, the cattle catcher.
The cattle, yeah. And then we
Yeah.
could have just...
It does have a horn, and it does play La Cucaracha when you honk it.
Of course it does.
I love
Of
that.
course it does. I would have rather it sounded more like a pipe organ and it played like the beginnings of Phantom of the Opera.
That's fine. It can play that if you want. It can play whatever you want. Some Backstreet Boys.
Just out of
Backstreet's back. All right.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
If I put more soul coins into the machine, will it go faster?
Sure.
I'm just wondering if we just like pump this up, like blow the engine up, go so fast. You know what I mean? Just shove as much energy into this and just drive through don't stop for anything until we get to her.
And the Tormentor does have crushing wheels, so we can basically just bulldoze small.
This is what I'm saying.
creatures.
Like we run through everything, like run over them all, get there, and then these little kobolds hop out.
We would just have to avoid the bigger ones. You just run over the smaller mediums. Yeah, we can bulldoze those.
Okay.
Lulu's trunk pushes play on the 8-track, and you just start hearing, "Don't stop believing." And Lulu starts singing it.
She is a creature of light, and she is encouraging us to go on. Wait, who did we decide was driving?
We are driving, and I am punching the pedal.
All right, I put 2 additional soul coins into the machine.
All
And
right.
I'm honking the horn and just jamming the pedal in the metal.
I love
Like
it.
I shove it. I just put all my soul coins in, just to kind of goose this thing as much as possible.
All right. So what are Gonzo and Arkmir, as you guys start to barrel through demons and devils, what are you two doing?
I want Gonzo up on top, like Pirates of Penzance, like holding a flag or something, like as we run through it.
It could like the Iwo Jima memorial with like Arkmir and Gonzo holding the
holding that.
flag.
I don't know what our flag would be, but
It would be Razarak and the Reapers. It's all of your old vests sewn together.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Since he's no longer, the same.
I
He's given
have
up
to.
that biker life.
I forgot all about that. I have to make that art. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Just with the cuts on, just with the cuts that say Razarak and the Reapers. Oh,
All fun poses, like, back to the camera, pointing at it and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, something.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
With like
I feel
Elturel
like-
burning in the background. And maybe Zariel like coming at him. I love it. All right, so what are you doing, Arkmir and Gonzo?
So I feel like Arkmir is probably like partially hidden in the back, but yelling at people as we plow them down, like, get out of the way. Sorry. Oops. Oh.
every like
Yeah.
bigger one as it like goes up and down, like her whole body comes up out of it, feet straight in the air.
Yeah, holding
Almost looks like a
on for dear
skateboarder doing a
life.
trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
How about Gonzo? What's Gonzo doing?
I have my abacus out, and I'm trying to calculate how many demons and devils we are running over, and the potential for future liability coming forth. Preparing for that. I'm assuming that this trip has taken roughly 8 hours, aka a long rest.
Oh, for sure. You've got your long
that's
rest.
what I figured. Okay.
Okay. I will tell you right now, your abacus, you were able to count up 84 devils, only 34 demons.
Okay, good.
And as you're blasting
I'm pretty
through
happy
these-
with those numbers, you guys.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
As you're blasting through this, Zariel has taken notice of this infernal machine blasting through everybody.
we're gunning for her, right? We're going directly at her.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there as you fly?
I am George. I'm not even flying anymore. I am on the Tormentor, George Washington pose, just with the sword in the air. I'm gonna bonus action increase the holy light off of it, so I'm giving off like bright light for 20 feet, and I think dim light for another 20 feet.
Oh,
and every fiend in that aura just had disadvantage on just attacks, just to make sure we kind of don't get hit, but also like when she looks at us, I'm just gonna aim the sword directly at her and just yell, "I'm coming for you!"
Okay. You notice for a moment that she, as you kind of make your way through you're basically at the end, right, of the circle. You plow through the last few demons and devils before entering the open circle. And Zariel at first looks like she wants to charge at you guys, but upon seeing the light radiate off the sword and seeing the sword, she hesitates and pauses for a moment.
I want to like pull like a full like Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, like like spins completely around.
I love it.
Like doing a donut in the middle of this thing, like just like if there's any critters like coming towards the middle of it, hit them, send them flying into the river Styx, and just like go flying and stuff. Spins completely around, and then like oofa, break, oofa, must break.
I'm trying.
Beautiful. I love this. You get inspiration. I'm going to tell you that for the effort. Now, let's roll to see the execution of this. So this would be a piloting check. I'm pretty sure you don't have any kind of piloting infernal.
Piloting isn't a skill.
Yeah, it would be a something. So, but it would basically be a piloting type of skill.
So dexterity?
It would be a straight dexterity roll for you. No proficiency. You don't have proficiency.
Well, no, but no. Okay. No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I believe in you. Don't let me fly out of this thing. I need to look cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my lucky feat and re-roll that natural one that I just rolled.
Oh, that would have been epic though if you'd have just failed.
We all just
start tumbling and you're like, look up at Zariel like.
So plus 4, that's a total of 22.
Okay, so exactly how you described it is happening. You are able to start, Tokyo Drift, knock demons and devils back off into the crowd. In fact, give me a performance check as well with that.
Ooh. Okay.
And you're being aided, so you get advantage by the George Washington on the front.
Yeah.
Is this a situation where a high variance die could be used?
Oh, you had asked about this before.
I have. High variance has more natural 20s on it, but it also has more natural 1s.
Yes.
It's one of the natural 20s.
Okay.
The regular die that I rolled, you said I had advantage. I had a 13 on that, plus 2. So this is a natural 20 plus 2.
Perfect. So you do it exactly how you said, with a little bit of extra flair, to the point where the battle around you stops. All the demons and devils stop and
this
watch.
Is where I wish one of us was a bard and just had their loot out the entire time, just like screaming at it as we're skating.
The flaming guitar tune from Mad Max.
Yes.
As they stop and stare at you, you even see one of the biggest, dopiest looking demons looks at you and his jaw, and he's like slouched kind of, and his jaw just drops. Like he's just in awe at what you just did.
I just want to slow motion make direct eye contact with him. Just, as we just go by.
Even Zariel is impressed. And just kind of looks at you and is like, what the fuck is this?
Literally, I want like me and Ufa and Arkmir and Gonzo to just kind of hop down outside of it. Like, so there's these 3 little kobolds and this bugbear that just kind of hop down. Like, I'll put on that helmet of Sparta, and just kind of
I will just be behind them with my wings just outstretched.
I think very much when like Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli jump off the ship,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like at the Battle of Pelennor Fields.
Yes.
That's what I see this as.
I'll use minor illusion to just, add like some like
Fireworks.
blue smoke or
Fireworks.
something, sparkles, just really set it off. The pyrotechnics would be great.
As we disembark, Juice, are there any demons or devils right in the vicinity, or are we totally in the clearing?
You're totally clear of them.
Okay,
in fact,
just us and just us and her.
Yes. Now, how close do you get to her before you stop?
Like a respectable 30 feet, maybe.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Okay. With that, we are going to roll initiative just to kind of get some organization here and some structure. So everybody roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Rain, I'm good at these.
I just got a 16, so you guys are probably fine. Just type that number into the side and we'll get you organized.
Yes, we're all fine here. We all rolled.
See, Randall's holding it down for you guys. Ufa's also doing a good job over there.
Super well.
Oh, Razarak. Oh, man.
I'm a paladin now. I'm not built for speed.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like this is okay because he's like just kind of there and like sizing up next to Zariel and like you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it kind of makes sense that he would maybe go last.
So as
that 4 is unfortunate though.
As you guys step forward, are you guys still in the vehicle? I'm assuming. You see Zariel is watching the sword. Her head kind of cocks, almost like a dog, confused about what to do. Tabisa, what would you like to do?
She's about 30 feet away from us, we said?
Yep, that's where you stopped.
Okay, I think Tabisa is going to. Well, you know what? No, I got to roll for it. Shit, it's like this is like one of those things because he's a kobold.
Mm-hmm.
One part, like he just did something so amazingly badass that I think like he feels like he's got like the biggest set of stones on the planet, and he could just walk in, like he could literally walk into hell and just like do whatever he wants.
Oh, by the way, Zariel is not normal size.
She's huge.
She's huge. She's a large creature.
How tall are we talking?
That.
I just wanted you to know as small kobolds.
Yeah.
Probably like 12 feet tall. She's an angel.
Big. She's so big.
Well, archdevil now, but I just didn't want you thinking you're walking up to like a 6 foot tall human.
No. Yeah,
That's
I knew she would be like sizable. I didn't realize 12 feet tall. That's big. Okay.
Death by snow.
Hold on. If you jump on Gonzo's back and I jump on your back and Ufa jumps on my back, then we can look her in the eyes and tell her how we really feel about this.
Psst, Razarak can just fly up to her level.
I mean, so can I, but
I'm gonna walk up. My weapons are still sheathed. I have the helmet on, but I'm gonna walk up to within like I'm gonna walk up like 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm actually just gonna like drop down. Like
to a knee?
On a knee, to a knee, just drop down to a knee and just kind of wait and say and just kind of wait, hold an action. I'm gonna hold an action.
Okay. What's your held action?
Because I want like I have zero. Like my persuasion is not going to be enough to do anything here.
For chaos.
Yeah.
This could dictate how the whole session goes.
I know.
Tonight. The power of the session lies in your hands.
Do something stupid.
Do something stupid.
I'm a chaos gremlin, so I mean that's
You
all I'm
are. It's
about.
fine. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It like part of me wants to just give.
First thing comes to your head, do it.
I drop to a knee, and it's literally like a down and then back up, and then I just say, "The sword belongs to my new master."
Oh no! All right, so you're attacking.
This is such a dumb idea. Oh, I'm gonna get squished.
What better way to go though in the final
But-
battle?
Gosh.
There's only
'cause I'm
there's
all about
there's
Razorek.
two extreme ways that the kobolds are gonna go.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I feel
This
like
is like because I'm on Team Razorek though. Like Tabisa is all about the Reaper. Gosh darn it.
Gonzo would not advise that. I'm just like
You would not advise this at all.
the bedazzled, you know, cut to think
I
about.
literally want to almost like turn my back to her and like just point at it. And then just kind of I want to hold my action in case she takes a swing at me or in case any other critter comes around to be able to attack something.
okay.
That's it. If anyone gets violent with me or comes near me in an aggressive way.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to roll for how
Yeah.
she reacts to that.
But I'm literally I'm gonna say that and then I'm gonna point at the Razorek and the Reaper on the back of my jacket.
All right,
And then I'll hold until in case something gets aggressive with me.
Ufa.
Seeing Tabisa drop to a knee,
It's a sign of respect.
Ufa's reaction was that we should all be doing that. So Ufa drops to his knees and says, "Archduchess, we are here to bring you back to the light." That's all.
And because I'm facing Ufa now, I'm like, oh.
Ufa, give me a persuasion check.
Well, quick side note: can one cast guidance on one's self?
Yes.
I will be casting guidance on myself to assist with this roll,
All right.
as I am not proficient.
Yeah, I imagine you put your hand over your heart as you say this, and then like it.
Yeah, there's no
It's
amount of
guidance.
guidance. I rolled a 3, so even if I rolled a 4 on the D4,
Oh no.
so
Ooh.
in his most uncharismatic fashion, true to character, that's what Ufa does.
That's amazing.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I do.
Oh gosh, this is gonna go so badly.
Okay.
Gonzo, I'm sorry. I did not make a good decision. You would not have advised me to do what I did. I apologize. I listened to Razorek.
That's why I appropriately stepped away. So plausible deniability.
So she looks at, so as this is happening, as you guys stop and all that, she's watching the sword. She sees the sword. And then you step up and say, "I serve my new master who has the sword." And then you do the Razorek pose, right? And then Ufa's like, "We come to bring you into the dark." And as he says that, Zariel like looks over down at him and then all of a sudden Lulu pops up out of the tormentor and starts fluttering, and Zariel sees Lulu, her old best friend, and like once again seems puzzled, but walks right past you, Ufa, and Tabisa over to the tormentor, and like right there, eye to eye with Lulu, and cocks her head again. You guys can make an attack of opportunity if you would like as she walks past you. Oh, you're muted, Bill.
I will not. I will do nothing.
I
Turn and keep an eye on her.
said if someone came at me in an aggressive manner, which she did not.
Okay.
So I will not. I will hold it.
As she's looking at Lulu with this puzzled look, she then looks over at you, Razarak. And she's holding like a hammer in one hand, and she's got a flail in the other. And she puts the flail in the same hand as the hammer, so she's holding two in one hand, and then holds her hand out for her sword. And it is now Arkmir's turn. Meanwhile, you see a bunch of demons and devils watching what transpires here. They are not fighting. They have all stopped to see what is going on, thanks to your driving abilities and craziness.
What you got, Arkmir?
Look, you guys. Okay. I feel like Arkmir is not here to tell Razarak to give up the sword.
Ooh.
You know, like that doesn't fit into her, I don't know what she thinks would be her responsibility. So I guess she's going to kind of stand up and like puff up her chest a little bit and point her finger at Zariel like she's scolding a child and say, "That is not your sword. That is Razarak's sword, and he can do what he wants to do with that sword. That's not for you."
No.
No.
Okay.
So
Hit her with a giant newspaper.
Yeah. And you don't know what he is capable of doing.
Zariel looks at you, Arkmir, and uses her legendary action of immolating gaze.
Holy shit.
Hold on. Can I do like an intimidation check or
Sure.
anything?
Do your intimidation. Let's see how this goes.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just
go for it.
saying.
Go for
right?
it. Yeah, go for it.
Don't like to tell you fucking voice.
28.
Sure. Just Jesus
28.
Christ.
28 intimidation? Damn.
intimidate?
Oh my
You
god.
guys, I have a +9 to intimidate.
Wow.
I'm very
fuck with
charismatic.
Arkmir.
All right. So
Very
that's a
good.
Don't mess
charisma.
with Arkmir.
That's a
Holy
charisma
smoke.
save, correct?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh
All
my
right. So let's see what
gosh.
this plus 18 looks like.
Okay, shut up.
You intimidate her. She looks at you, and you intimidate. I rolled a 4, by the way.
Whoa.
So that's only a 22. So
Nice.
she looks at you, and she almost is pissed that you're talking over the adult conversation over here. But then, like, you say it so matter-of-factly and so tiny. It's kind of like when you, Paula, you see a spider. It's just like that. And she doesn't get scared, but she definitely is like, somebody squashed the spider for me, kind of thing.
You're a spider.
Yeah. Is that your whole turn, Arkmir?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and can I just like ready
The other side of the
like
crawler?
can I just ready like a cantrip if she attacks anybody in our
Yeah.
party?
Well, speaking of which, you still have to make the save that I was gearing up for. But yes.
Okay.
I need to.
Oh, go ahead.
You need to make a DC 26 Wisdom save.
You have a +5 from me. Because Paladin.
Oh, nice.
$26.
Yeah, did you beat it?
She rolled 26.
I got a 26.
Oh, so you
That
made it.
saves.
So
That
you made
saves.
it. Okay. So you feel Zariel's look, like as she looks
Wow.
through you, you almost feel like an internal fire, like a burning sensation for a second, but you're able to kind of like shake it off, as Taylor Swift would say.
No.
Not here.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
we're pulling out all the references tonight. We're
No.
going big.
Don't.
There's nothing bigger than Taylor
Just
Swift.
stop.
Look at all those
I-
shows
Oh my God.
she sold out. Sometimes,
Unpopular opinion, I really don't like Taylor Swift.
more reason
But,
to
like-
play some Taylor Swift then during this game.
Okay, but I will like ready in action like an Eldritch Blast or something like
Yeah,
that.
you can blast her. I mean, you said if anyone attacked, and you just kind of got attacked.
Oh, is that an attack?
Yeah, I mean, I would call that an attack. What do you
Well,
guys think?
I don't know. I think
mean,
that's
you
just
did
like-
shake it off. So
That's kind of like one of those hot death stares. Is kind of what I interpret that
Yeah.
as. Like where she just like when someone gives you the stink eye and you
Yeah.
feel it. That's kind of like, but you're just like you're too much of a bad bitch to let it bother you. So you don't whatever.
we're pulling out all the references. I love it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Okay. Beautiful. Now your resident lawyer. It is his turn. Gonzo.
So it doesn't sound good. Sounds like we got bad blood between us right now.
Yes.
Um,
You've heard all the crazy shit that all the little kobolds around you have said, except for Ufa, and then obviously Razarak has not spoke yet.
are we technically fighting her?
We're just in turn order. If you don't want to fight her, you do not have to. Technically, nothing you guys have done has physically hurt her.
No,
just
Okay.
her feelings.
just her feelings a little bit.
Sure. Well,
Arkmir. Zariel saw the fire in Arkmir's eyes, though.
You just
All
have to
right.
bring it out, you know.
well, look what you
From
made
the
me do.
inside.
So I'm gonna I'm going to
Guys.
look at her and say, you do know that we are in hell, and possession is 11/10 of the law. And cast modified memory.
Okay, how does this work? This is a spell I've never experienced.
Wisdom save, which you'll probably pass.
Oh god.
And what does it do?
It's a long description, and there's a lot to interpolate.
So
Gonzo will define the applicable points of the spell once you
Wow.
confirm.
it is a
the-
26.
Yeah, she passes.
Oh no.
It was good.
Oh,
try.
no.
oh, wait. She has advantage. Okay, yeah, 26 was what it was.
Okay. All right. Well, you know.
All right. Well, with that,
Oh no.
Razarak, it is your turn.
Agent of
You
Chaos.
see, some of your kobolds have totally backed you as their leader and the rightful owner of the sword. Meanwhile, Ufa and Lulu are pushing you to, bring the light to Zariel.
I am just gonna flutter up so that I'm staring her eye to eye. I'll happily give you the sword back with one condition. Elturel returns to the surface first with all the souls intact. Or whatever state they came down here in. I mean, if somebody's dead when they got here, you don't really have to bring them back. It just feels you can, but you don't really have to.
So you are trying to negotiate.
I'm negotiating.
First.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. So Zariel tells you, she responds. She says, just 1 sec. 1 second. It's in here. Where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to find it. There's a thing that says this exact moment, and so I want to do this by the book. So give me 1 second.
I'm gonna get gutted like a fish.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. She stands there and looks at you and ponders it for a moment. And with the snap of her free hand, she creates a contract. And she tells you she will release the city from the chains in exchange for the sword. Delivered without any complications or deceit. And then all of a sudden you hear in your head, Lulu says, just to you, Razarak, don't enter into an infernal contract. Remember, she is still an archdevil. I think we can still get through to her if we can just give her the sword.
Oh my god. You want to fire my lawyer look over this contract first? I just want to make sure everything's on the up and up.
Zariel says, that is fine.
I'm familiar with these things all too well.
I want to pull Gonzo into like just a little huddle.
Yep.
And I, like, as he's going over the contract, I want Elturel to be released first before I hand over the sword. I feel like if we give her the sword and she's supposed to undo the chains, bad things will just happen.
Yeah, I feel like I'm down on the floor. I'm nowhere near you guys. Never mind.
I'm sending you a message, Gonzo. Give me an intelligence roll, Gonzo, as you're reading over this. And you get proficiency since it's a contract. And you're familiar with those things.
Okay. Proficiency plus my... All right. 22.
Okay. I told you what the contract basically says. And it does say there will be no complications. In other words, it's not going to just fall into the river Styx.
Okay. Are there any convenient blank spaces that can be filled in?
There is exactly where your signature would go.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. So I go to Razarak. It says, well, it says that the chains will be removed, but nothing about returning to the material plane.
That kind of defeats the purpose of this whole negotiation.
Lulu then chimes in, Zariel once turned to the light. She can return Elturel to the material plane. She has that ability.
Lulu, are we like 100% certain that like if I give her the sword that she'll become good again and candy and rain pops will just rain from the sky? Ballpark it. What are the odds? Like 80, 90%?
80%?
I feel like you said that, but you weren't super sure.
It's close to 80%. You gotta have faith.
I have much faith in Razarak the Reaper.
It's your choice if it's George Michael or Limp Bizkit, though.
I throw up in my mouth.
Which one's worse, though? Which one's worse, Gonzo?
The second one.
Looking at Zariel.
Gonzo's showing his age a little bit.
You know, they make pills for that. I'm just saying.
Do I get the sense that giving her the sword will have this cathartic transformation and she'll go to the light?
The sword tells you it has a strong feeling as well that will happen. I would say being lawful good and your tone, probably your brain chemistry has changed. You would probably think that it might be worth trying.
What vibes do I get from Zariel?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, we'll use the dice that screwed me the last time on initiative. Okay.
And I will tell you some meta. I will have to roll for if it changes her or not.
Maybe.
Just letting you know. Like, this is all up to fate. This is not a decision I make.
26 on insight.
You believe it's worth trying. There's still a little good in her. You know, if there wasn't, she would have mowed you down right when you showed up at her feet. But she hesitated when she saw the sword. She hesitated when she saw Lulu. And you know, according to Lulu, the original plan was to hide the sword to one day redeem her. And Zariel was in on that.
Still fluttering. Oh, new to this whole religion-y faith deal. If you fuck me on this, I'm going to rip your head off. That wasn't very good of me to say. That's still a learning thing.
You present it?
Give her the sword.
I will present her the sword.
Okay. Without signing the contract, right?
Oh, of course, without signing the contract.
Okay.
It didn't present what I wanted.
Okay. So now, with that, you reach out with the sword, and she reaches, and before she grabs it, we're going to take a break.
I hate you.
We will be right back to find out what happens with the sword.
Oh!
We'll be right back. All right, we are back. So Razarak holds the sword out. Razarak, give me a charisma roll. Actually, hang on. Give me a persuasion check.
All right, which dice do I want to use that will betray me?
You need to beat a 15. You see, all of you see Zariel looking on, almost as though there's an internal conflict going on right now.
Okay, I have a +5 to persuasion because I don't have proficiency. So I have to roll above 10.
You could also give yourself guidance.
10
I would.
or above.
If I had guidance. Now,
Yes,
I
character
rolled the
changed.
dice and I didn't
Oh.
look at it. I just went straight to my persuasion to see what I needed to roll. I rolled exactly 10 on the die for a total of 15.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
Oh,
this is
no.
great.
This is
So,
Thank you, dice.
good. Oh.
Zariel's trembling hand reaches toward the gleaming hilt of her sword. Her fingers brush against it, and she grimaces as radiant light sears her flesh. The sword glows brighter upon doing so. As her grip tightens, she gasps in pain, then speaks an oath through tears of confusion, sorrow, and dawning joy. I, Zariel, supplicate myself before the holy light of justice. If it should accept me, I vow to take up this blade once more in its service. The archdevil's words hang in the air for a silent moment, and she glances upward in agonized uncertainty. Then Zariel is bathed in a brilliant wash of radiant light. Her fiery halo disappears, and feathers burst from her leathery black wings.
Ooh.
All of her diabolical features vanish as her angelic form is restored. At the sight of this blessed transformation, Lulu gasps in delight and transforms into a celestial mammoth with golden fur, feathered wings, and gleaming tusks. Razarak resorts back to his normal kobold self and falls out of the air gently as Zariel looks at Razarak and guides him back down to the ground.
Let's go.
Oh, it's fun while it lasted.
All of you guys start to see around you twinkling wisps of the same light that transformed her. And all of you get basically a blessing of health.
Okay.
There's all sorts of other stuff that can happen, but you guys were already fully rested, so you
Yeah.
know.
Back to being a wizard artificer.
Zariel then proceeds to look down at you, Razarak, and she kneels. And she says, Lulu just told me that you were once a great, powerful dragon. Would you like to be transformed back into your true form?
Absolutely.
So she proceeds to hold a hand over you, and a light shines down,
Yeah.
and you resort to this magnificent dragon. But you are not an ancient dragon.
Young?
You're a
Adult?
much younger dragon. You're big.
Am I the adult dragon?
You might be a little smaller than that.
I'll take young black dragon. That's fine.
I mean,
Like-
you're still pretty old compared to the kobolds around you.
Tabisa has like a single tear coming down his face. And like he starts sprinting towards Razarak.
I'm like, do I change the voice now?
How did...
You could if you want to.
That's amazing.
All right. So then Zariel.
Can I just pop in real quick?
Yep.
If and not that this is the case, but if I were DMing this right now, I would absolutely force Harold to invoke a new voice with like a weird, maybe like French or Russian accent, just for no reason whatsoever. Just
But don't forget, your voice has to crack a lot because now you're a prepubescent or a
Oh.
puberty dragon. Dragon going through puberty.
I mean, to be fair, a young dragon is considered anywhere from the age of 6 to 100 years old. So you could be a young dragon who's 90 years old, which is way older than any dumb kobolds who only live like 40 years. So
Yeah.
I got a dragon again.
huzzah! He has returned. Behold the exalted Razarak.
I literally just stand in front of him and just point at the back of my the back of my jacket.
Look, I was thinking about the character art because if he's an ancient dragon, you guys would look so tiny next to this big dragon. Now the size in comparison is perfect.
Yes.
It's all about the character art, Randall.
Yeah, I'll get to
No.
that as soon as I can.
No, I'm a large creature.
You are a large creature.
Zariel asks any of you if you have the ability to unlock the companion.
We do. We are in possession of the rods.
We just have to stick it in.
Yes, stick in the rod.
Yes, what she said.
Are you able to get up there without breaking?
How many of us can
I
ride
can do
on
that.
Razarak?
without
I can-
climbing the chains?
I can fly. I
How
can fly
many of
up
us can
there.
ride on Razarak?
Yes, to the skies.
Okay, you could fly, or you could all ride Razarak, or I mean, I could even escort some of you if you would like.
Yes, please. Very much appreciate.
Do we
So-
all?
no,
do we, hold on, guys. Do we know? Do we all like stick it in at the same time? Like, is there?
only if I
Just-
mean,
Is there a certain order?
This-
should we ask the companion if they prefer it in a certain way, in a certain time, in a certain place?
Yeah, I mean,
you gotta
I mean-
warm it up before you
Well,
stick it.
Look,
we gotta get. I mean,
consent
I
is
think
key here.
consent
okay?
is key. Yeah, I mean, we should probably.
I mean, the companion might like it at the same time with little to no warm up. I mean, just get it
I
from
mean,
all angles, right? And
You
just all
could
at
just
once.
like
Bam!
jam it right in there.
That's
Yeah, you don't want to bend
That's-
the rods. You might break one.
yeah. You don't want to. Oh.
No, you just gotta line it up well. That's all.
It might be too big for the hole.
Look, it's not. It's not gonna be.
I mean, all 9 of them aren't going in the same spot, right?
No, but there's
That
no-
might
there's-
just be a bit.
there's plenty of
like
holes.
it's multiple orifices for them for these rods to go into. Correct?
There's one for each.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, it can't be all at
just
once
9.
because there's not 9 of you.
There's not 9 of us. This is true.
Do we need to invite more to the party?
I
No.
have mage hand though, so that's like
So that's an extra. That's good.
That's-
Okay.
that's
So you can
extra.
fill 2 holes at once.
Yeah, and if they're close enough together, maybe I could just do one with each
Just
hand.
one. Okay. Yeah.
So the companion is 400 feet in diameter.
I mean, probably. I don't. My arms
How
are
about
long enough,
bigger?
but-
Oh, it is nice and round though.
Okay. Okay. I think here's the thing. Tabisa refuses to ride on the mammoth or be carried by anyone. He has to ride Razarak. Like I have to.
Okay.
Like Tabisa has been like ever since this tiny kobold showed up, like proclaiming to be a black dragon that has been cursed. Like he's been all on board Team Razarak.
Okay.
So like Like my goal is for Razarak to become like the terror of the material plane, and for me to be his right hand. You know,
Yeah.
I am riding on Razarak. If he'll have me.
Okay, you're riding Razarak.
Ufo will go with either Zariel. I mean, either one. That's fine. Either the mammoth or Zariel.
Okay. Yeah, Zariel would end up probably being on the back of Lulu as well. So she might just fly with her. Or I guess, yeah.
She can fly on her own too, yeah.
Yeah, she can just fly
There's more than enough, like...
There's plenty of flying going on.
Plenty of flying going
There's
around.
lots of transportation options. I'm just going to fly up there by myself.
Point of order real quick. What are the devils and demons doing around us right now?
That's a good question.
They went back to fighting each other.
Nobody's even giving us any shit. Nobody gives...
Nope, not... Here, I'll re-roll it, but... Yeah, no, they're fighting each other. They're so caught up in the blood wars or whatever, so...
Let's go.
Yep, they're not even paying attention.
So let's head on up there. Let's just... Yeah.
All right, let me... Where is that spot?
I will let out a loud draconic roar. Ah! Ah! Oh, it's been a minute since I've done this. Oh, it's crazy. 3 transformations. My voice has stayed the same.
All right.
Exactly
so, Gonzo, how are you flying up there?
Well, there's certainly a potential new client that has just happened to show up. So I'm going to ride on the mammoth.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, you fly on that. So you all go up there and you look at it. You're about to stick the rods in, and there it is.
Racing.
Bill's Forge, I think is where it was at. All right, so you stick the rods into the companion. As you do, it proceeds to open, revealing a beautiful angel. As the chains and this ball fall apart and fall off to the side into Avernus. The subtle glow from the orb stops glowing. It's just an empty black shell that's about 10 feet thick now. And this large angelic creature that Zariel looks at locks eyes with Zariel and then looks at all of you, and you can see like it's like shirtless and its body is all scarred and messed up, and it says to you guys, "Thank you for freeing me and what looks like you freed Zariel. How can I repay you?"
Can we go back to the prime material plane, please?
That'd be fantastic.
But we must bring Elturel back.
Oh.
Zariel tells you guys that she can do both of those things. And she slowly, you see she starts casting a spell. And Elturel proceeds to lift up, and she does the plane shift spell, and all of you and Elturel are now back on the material plane. And there are still demons and devils running through the streets of a crumpled up Elturel. And Zariel proceeds to fly down and start mowing through them with her sword. Just swaths of them. Just bam, bam, bam. Destroying them. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to join her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, riding on a dragon with like 2 nice.
So we'll start with, we'll end with Razarak and Tabisa, because, that's how we'll end with them. But let's start with Gonzo on the back of the mammoth. What are you doing?
I take out my abacus again, and I'm going to figure out who she's slaughtering, because there could be repercussions coming forth, and I want to be able to accurately represent her in any kind of legal matters.
All right. I love it. Perfect. The other angel that was there did not travel to the material plane, by the way. So that one is now gone.
Oh,
Arkhan, what are you doing? This is your
Well-
narrative moment to say any epic shit you can come up with.
These like demons and devils that are like running around, they're attacking people.
Oh yeah, they're also
Right?
fighting each other at times.
Are
Yep.
they
In fact, you see the
all-
bridge that was once over nothing is now over some water, and you see the demons and devils. There's a group of them fighting on that one bridge that you guys had to cross early on when you were in Elturel.
Okay, so Arkmir is flying. So she has her big wings out. She's gonna fly over to a group of demons and devils. And she's gonna cast Arms of Hadar and use all those tendrils to, as I'm hovering over top of them, pick them up, smash them into each other, and just like eradicate as many of them as possible.
Oh, I love it. I like imagine it almost like Hulk with Loki in Avengers, but like with tentacles and smacking them against each other and stuff. Tossing them into the water when you're done, you know, all sorts of crazy stuff. I love it. All right. What about Ufa? What is Ufa doing?
I think if I have an angel and an angelic mammoth as my wingmen, if they are they just flying, or are they actually on the ground?
No. So I would say that the mammoth, both of them are flying. The mammoth is probably using its tusks and just impaling demons and devils and like throwing them, like taking them up in the air and dropping them from large heights. Zariel is using her sword. She's probably lost the hammer. She probably dropped the hammer. The hammer's magical, by the way, but it's massive, so you guys couldn't wield it. And the flail she probably dropped as well. And she's just going through with her sword, just slashing through them, but flying like Superman, and then just, you know, killing a bunch of them with one swipe as she goes through.
I think Ufa would be anytime that, as he's riding on the mammoth, anytime that like a demon or a devil gets stuck on one of the tusks, he would just give it like the coup de grace with a sneak attack.
Yes.
Because he just at level 15 has stupid high levels of damage. Or if one of them gets on top of the mammoth, he would use a shove attack because he also has expertise in athletics to shove them off.
I love it. Yes.
Just wingmanning for the mammoth. That's my main priority.
Perfect. All right, that brings us to the dragon and Tabisa. I imagine the dragon, it's acid breath, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Acid breath and claws and bites. I'm eating demons and devils as I'm just swooping through the city.
Tabisa literally, like as he's riding on him, he's just like the mouth of Sauron, like spouting the praises of Razarak the Reaper, saying, "Behold your doom, Razarak! Feast your eyes upon the glory of your demise," and just whatever comes to his mind and I'm just watching and just spouting things and yelling at people as he goes like down each city street, just destroying demons and devils and saying, you with your poor soul inside the building, remember who saved you? It was Razarak.
I love it. That's perfect. All right, so you guys are doing this now. You guys basically get rid of pretty much every demon and devil here, and afterwards, you guys land in what looks like right outside where the old cathedral was, which you guys had originally kind of cleared out and got to the basement where all the good guys were, the people of the town were seeking refuge. as you're standing like just outside of this place, and obviously it's a beautiful day, like all of a sudden you can start to hear like birds in the distance, and now that it's quiet, people start making their way out of the cathedral very slowly, and they see you guys standing there. They see Zariel in her angelic form, and the look on their faces, first of all, they're all dirtier than hell. Like, they are so gross. They look like, again, they've been wearing the same outfit for weeks, and probably malnourished at this time, but coming out like a look on their face of just relief. And they surround you guys, seeing that you guys are on the back of a mammoth, and and while you guys are not your typical heroes, they proceed to cheer for you guys. They see the dragon that's not attacking them, and they just, again, they are cheering for you guys. And
Gonzo has a big smile. Class action lawsuit.
So with that, how do you guys spend your time in Elturel as the people start to rebuild? I will say this. Razarak, Zariel presents the hammer to you for your horde.
Oh, I was going to go find that. Yeah.
The hammer, and she'll give you the flail too, but the hammer belonged to a demon, a large demon named Kaschi. I can't pronounce it. But it belonged to Kaschi. So, yeah. With that, we'll go around, let everyone... Oh, if you want, obviously you kobolds are from Elturel's sewers. Would Razarak be interested in having a lair under the city?
Ooh. Of course. That is where I'm going to rule Elturel from.
I love it. So I'm assuming you would take up the kobolds then as your minions.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, Gonzo, are you going to go on and represent Zariel, or are you going to stick with the dragon and his kobolds?
Well, there's all these townspeople who need legal representation as well.
You could just be the town lawyer.
I could. I will definitely hang around, because all these people have a case.
Against Zariel, actually.
Yeah, well, of course. And I'm representing Zariel, so there we go. I can settle it.
There you go.
No, it would just go to interest at all.
It's just it's going to go to what is it, remediation or whatever?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just get a cut on either end, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. All right, so we'll go around. We'll let everyone explain how they spent the rest of their days serving Razarak and Elturel. And we will start with you, Tabisa. How does Tabisa spend the rest of their life in these circumstances?
Tabisa absolutely earns that title of right hand of Razarak the Reaper. That's a lot of R's. It's a little too much alliteration for me usually, but he leads bands of kobolds plundering not only Elturel but the countryside just to add to the horde. He just builds it and builds it, and eventually,
and it's the most worthless stuff, but it's all shiny.
It's all super shiny. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily have great monetary value, but every once in a while he picks up something good. And, he gets that extra little pat on the head from Razarak, that kind of thing. But he's always just going out and just swiping all the shiny that he can find and bringing it back. And eventually he works up the gumption, knowing the greatness that there is in Razarak, and asks if he can remove the curse that's upon Tabisa and make him a full-fledged dragon. Not that he ever was. But he thinks that Razarak can do that for him. I'll leave how Razarak responds to that to Razarak himself. But years and years of devotion and faithful service, for sure.
I love it. Gonzo. So how does that remediation or the lawsuit play out, and how do you spend the rest of your days?
Let's see. Well, Gonzo, of course, settles it between the former resident, well, no, the residents of Elturel and Zariel. And after he does that, he makes his travels throughout the Forgotten Realms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He makes his travels to the Forgotten Realms, and then eventually you see him in an office, and he says, "You know what? I think you do have a case. This city isn't underwater."
Oh, he's gonna represent Pike. I love it.
Wow.
Oh, that's great. I hope Pike survives long enough for that.
That's the
Okay.
courtroom drama I want to watch.
Oh, that would be so funny. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
That's funny.
All right, Arkmir, how do you spend the rest of your days?
Well, after the intimidation of Zariel, Arkmir has this newfound sense of like self-confidence. So she becomes less scared. I don't want to say that she's not scared by things, but she's slightly less scared. And brings up the next round of fire prone sorcerers to participate in all of the looting that Tabisa is coordinating. There's a lot of things that need to be burned once looted. And we need people who are, helping with that path. So she'll work to kind of bring up that next generation,
The image in the background there is just of the fire that she has started all across the Forgotten Realms. She doesn't realize it, but she created the mass forest fires that spread all the way up past Waterdeep down to Greenest. The whole coast just covered with smoke and poor air quality and fires, all because of Arkmir being a little pyro.
Some people think that it's climate change. Other people know that it's in fact kobolds.
Canadians?
It's Firestorm Arkmir is what it is. Yeah, watch out for those firestorms. They come like it's a seasonal thing. Those
so
firestorms.
Next year, when here on Earth we have the crazy smoke again, we know it's Arkmir.
Firestorm Arkmir.
Yep. Awesome. All right, and then Ufa.
I think after the initial kind of settling into the new Elturel, that Ufa would nominate himself to become the sheriff of Elturel, because he's always been perceptive and insightful, and he feels that his neutrality would be an appropriate balance for justice and for determining right and wrong. Plus, if he does find anyone that needs to be punished, he can kill them very quickly. He's very sneaky. He's very good at investigations. So I think he wants a career in law enforcement, and that's what he would nominate himself to do.
So is this like Ufa against the pillaging kobolds, or does the city owe a debt to the pillaging kobolds? So he just kind of hand waves that. How does Ufa handle the pillaging kobolds?
I think Ufa would manage the pillaging to be more of a fair kind of repayment, but not to the extent where it's punitive to all the other survivors of Elturel.
Yeah, I dig it. He's probably like, oh, okay, I have bigger fish to fry. Like, did this person over here pay their taxes? Or did the person over here actually shine up the kobold statues that were put up in our memory? Like, are these people doing their jobs? Because if not, they should get locked up.
you know, and also I think as a gatherer of intelligence for Razarak, like if there are any enemy factions trying to move in, you know, that kind of stuff, like he would be sneaky enough to be able to kind of spy a little bit.
I love it. And then that leaves Razarak, because I think I skipped you on accident. So what is you have a long life to live, even beyond the lives of your friends here.
Well, for starters, I keep Gonzo around because we're going to need political representation with the other cities of the realm. I can't do it because I'm a dragon, but Gonzo can. I imagine at some point in the pillaging, which I would order not to pillage Elturel because I have got to maintain the town for.
Yeah, just the surrounding towns, right? Because they got to pay their fair share for protection from a dragon.
But I imagine in the pillaging, someone found a scroll of true polymorph that I dangle over to Beast's head to keep him in line. Eventually, I will cast it on him and turn him into a dragon of his choosing.
Oh, I'm green, so I would have to be green dragon.
Yeah, you just turn into a green dragon.
Yeah,
with a yellow stripe down his back.
Absolutely, it'd be white.
There you go.
I'd absolutely keep him as keep our sheriff, because he kills people that I don't like, and he finds things that I need, and we keep Arkhan because she's the magic person, and she can find the mages and the sorcerers. Because what no one realizes is I'm slowly building a death cult so I can become a Draco Lich.
Do you succeed in becoming one?
I would imagine, unless like adventurers stop me. I was a dragon, then I became a kobold, then I went to hell, then I became a dragon again. I've lived several lives, and I've realized I don't want to die because I think I know where I'm going.
Yeah, you'd have to go back to that place.
Also, I miss having all the cool magical powers, and I kind of don't at the moment. So Draco Lich.
Beautiful. All right, so that is how you guys spend the rest of your days. Meanwhile, as all of this is happening, in Avernus, there begins a war, a power struggle for who is in charge of Avernus. You've got Bahamut, you've got Tiamat, you've got basically all the different demons and devil lords fighting over who's going to take over. And at the end of the day, the person who manages to get a stronghold is Asmodeus. Just like the ass that he is, he manages to take over. And that is the end of our campaign. So thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. With that, we put a little pretty bow on this thing. We'll let everyone, tell you where to find them once again, and we will end the stream there. But we will start with, we're going to go backwards this time. We're going to go with Bill first.
All you have to do is type my name into the YouTube, BILLALLAN, and then you'll find a channel full of lots of different games, D&D, but other games and gaming content. And I like to play games and get people to play games and find new people to play games and teach high school kids how to play games. So that's my jam. Thank you, Juce, for this awesome opportunity. It's been a lot of fun because I'm a forever DM, so I only get to play 5 times a year. So this has been really awesome. And it was an absolute pleasure playing with all of my surviving party members. Yay, huzzah!
We lived!
I love it. Next up, Paula.
We just on here. But I will say that I did really enjoy this campaign. I was a little reluctant when we were going to become kobolds. but was trying to just like, I'm going to go along with it because everybody else seems really excited. So this is going to be great. And it was a lot more fun than I initially thought it would be. So thank you guys.
Paula
for
has
making
come
it fun.
you have come a long way since we first started playing D&D together.
Look.
You used to play the same character every single time.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay,
It was always a
when you
rogue.
play like second edition, there's only so many character options. Okay? There's only so many. And if you play with the same people, they all take the other ones. So, you know. Right?
Yeah, you do come from a very structured family. And so I can't imagine anybody stepping out of their comfort zone and trying anything new. So, yeah,
For
that makes
sure
sense.
they don't.
Nice. Harold.
You can find me on the TikToks as Blackthorns Apothecary. And I had a lot of fun playing this. Literally the first time I played a kobold before.
And now you want to play one again.
I kind of do. Also, Juice, I need a homebrew campaign in the future of adventurers trying to stop Razarak and the Reapers now.
That would be interesting in Elturel.
There you go.
Or maybe on a different plane as a Dracolich.
That would be cool too. And look, we already got the
I
kobold.
think trying to stop him before he becomes a Dracolich or as he's becoming a Dracolich.
Yes.
That's the
Right. But then
that's
you
the sweet
died
sauce right
because
there.
you were still just a kobold that was polymorphed into a dragon. And so you died as your kobold life expectancy came to an end.
Don't
True
take
polymorph.
that
Can you
from
live
no.
forever in polymorph?
True polymorph.
True polymorph makes you what that is.
You are that thing now.
I am
there
a
you go.
green dragon.
There you
And it
go.
only takes me like an hour of concentration. And then
Well,
boom,
damn.
he's permanently a green dragon.
And I will just sit there and I will help hoard for him still.
All right, fine. So adventure.
We'll start our own conclave.
And Tabisa.
Yeah, and my cult is Razarak and the Reapers. Or we'll probably just cut the Razarak part, and the cult is just the Reapers.
I like it. Okay, cool.
I swear I think Arkmir I think this just keeps going. Like more true polymorph. Arkmir becomes a red dragon. I mean, Ufa.
We just make the cult of dragons.
We just make a cult of dragons.
That's how it started.
I mean,
And it just
Kobolds.
continues the
it
cycle.
just keeps going. The
Go
cycle.
down
And
to
then we look at
Avernus.
Gonzo
Wait,
like
so
that.
you guys are why the Tyranny of Dragons campaign is going on next week.
Turns out my real name was Argamanthor.
And you could
Is there
duplicate
is there
yourself.
any limit to true polymorph like size or form?
Not really, no.
Okay, then Ufa would like to become a Tarask. I win.
Yeah, but don't you have to sleep for like 1,000 years in between your rampages?
Yeah, that's totally fine. He'll just
He's like, I'm a
Green
mountain, and now
I'm okay
I'm a
with this.
Tarask, and I'm a mountain.
Razarak will wake him up and be like, "Hey, go eat Baldur's Gate." Okay, you know, just eat a whole town.
That's right. I control the Tarask. He who controls the Tarask controls the world.
Oh, that's wild. That might be a campaign that's just too untouchable. It might be too much. I don't know if I could handle that.
So much fun.
Awesome.
So much fun.
Peter, Beyond Drake, where can they find you?
BN Drake on YouTube. Right now, I've got running OSC and Delta Green games. Enjoyed playing Gonzo, even though it was for a few sessions. It was fun. And
I love it.
just don't send Black Trunk to Elturel because he ain't going unless there's books to read.
Oh, there's always books.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of smut books too. Your favorite.
Yeah.
The Forbidden Love of the Tiefling and the Dwarf or something.
Original copy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, the original print, man. That's a collector's item.
Yeah, well, they missed out on it, and two of the characters in the other campaign are trying to get the handwritten one-of-one signed series by the author that fell into the hands of a high noble elf. That's one of their little objectives.
Wow.
I was also relieved that there was no combat. because it felt like I was cramming for a college exam that I had not studied for, trying to play a 15th level friggin' cleric in 5e. So I was like, thank God.
I mean, part of me wanted to fight Zariel. Part
Little
of me
bit.
did.
Little bit.
Little bit.
You almost had the chance. If you would have failed your charisma check there, you'd be. She would have. There's two things that almost happened. If you would have signed that contract to release Elturel, that results in her destroying the sword and fighting you. Or you could have bowed down and served her instead of everyone.
Hey, spoilers, man. What if I want to do this again?
Look,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
you guys, I'm just upset that I got this thing called Finger of Death and did not get a chance
never
to
got to
use
use
it
it?
yet.
Didn't get
It's
to use that
only
finger on the companion.
78 plus 30.
Look,
Yikes.
Randall, if you want to play through another 3.5-year campaign, have at it.
No, that's all right.
This has been
It's
going
okay.
on since before COVID. This started the winter before
Wow.
COVID.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
So,
All right.
yeah. Old School Essentials, how many sessions have you run of that? Do you know what number you're on now?
Tomorrow will be 53.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, you run some long campaigns. I can't imagine.
And the campaign is about to split. The group is about to split. One group's going to go one place, one group's going to go the no.
Oh, wow. So now you can hit twice the amount of sessions in the same amount of time, too.
No, I just have to split the sessions in half.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like too much prep.
Yup. That's a lot of work. So go follow him, BN Drake. And then, Randall, where can people find you?
Hey, yeah, Randall Hampton. It's literally Randall _Hampton at Randall _Hampton. Randall Hampton. It's just my name, basically. Hit me on Twitter, on Twitch. I am going to start once LGM gets to print. I am going to start doing more streams. More live art streams, more gaming streams, and more stuff, more D&D stuff. I used to love going on and doing random just character illustrations for people on stream while they're watching, have people shout out recommendations and we draw it. We make your character right there on stream. You walk away with character art that day. So I want to get back to doing that. That's a ton of fun to do. So I'm excited about that. And again, this year, end of the year, LGM, the Little Game Masters, the new game. If you want to get your littles playing D&D in tabletop role-playing games as soon as possible, it is available for pre-order right now. RandallHamptonArt.com.
I love it. Yeah, we'll have to do a stream together sometime talking about it and just talking about like kids and RPGs because
absolutely.
I've started to try and do the new show that I want to do here on Master the Game. Called my Power Hour, where I want to start bringing on guests. My first episode wasn't. My second episode's probably not going to have any guests either, where I just talk about different things. But I would love to have you on. We can talk a little bit about what you have going on, but mostly just talk about a topic or a few different topics and just bullshit for an hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I want to say, I was super thrilled that you reached out and asked me to come out and be on this show. This is a lot of fun, and I got to meet and become fast friends with a lot of people here. So I'm thankful for that opportunity and super, super thankful that I got to sit at the table with all you guys. So
I love it. We might have to figure something out for the Michigan State game this year. You're not going to the game, are you?
No.
We should watch. We should try to watch the game together. Keyword is try.
It's not bad. I might be down there tailgating for the game, but I don't think I'm going to go to it because I'm not a masochist.
Dude, think about how good you would feel if somebody fumbles the snap again and
he has trouble with the snap.
Yeah, well, I mean, if something like that happens again, and I'm there crying, and you are so excited, I mean, how would you feel? That would be Juce, like if the Lions win the Super Bowl this year, how I would feel.
Juice, listen, man. I don't need that specific situation to happen with you in person. because it's already happened so many times in real life anyway. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm satisfied. It's fine.
Oh.
I gave you last year. I'll give you this year. It's fine. You can have it. You guys had a rough spell there.
I did give you payback for losing last year, though. I gave you the helmet of Sparta.
You did. That
The
was
sword.
That was big.
I let you kill a Boilermaker.
That was amazing. This is actually really funny. Like Juice is a very good sport. Like we rib each other about like our college teams and who we root for and stuff like that. He's a good sport. He's a good sport about it. He tries to be. Sometimes he fails. He tries to be a good sport about it. That's okay. This has been a lot of fun. I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity. So
We'll definitely play games again together for sure.
Absolutely,
no doubt about it. So. Yeah, with that though, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Link should be in the description. If not, comment, let me know, and I will add them, but I'm pretty sure they're there. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. If there is a next time. Bye-bye.